As the clock strikes midnight on New Year's Eve, we find ourselves caught in a whirlwind of emotions, surrounded by the joyous cacophony of fireworks, the clinking of glasses, and the chorus of Auld Lang Syne. In that moment, we stand on the threshold of a new year, our hearts filled with hope and optimism, our minds brimming with plans and dreams. It is a time-honored tradition, a ritual that has transcended cultures and generations, the making of New Year's resolutions. The concept of New Year's resolutions, with its promise of self-improvement and personal growth, has deep historical roots that stretch back thousands of years. Our journey begins in ancient Mesopotamia, where the Babylonians, some 4,000 years ago, were among the first to embrace the idea of making promises to the gods at the start of a new year. The Babylonian New Year, which coincided with the vernal equinox, marked the beginning of spring and a time of rebirth. During a 12-day festival called Akitu, the Babylonians would make promises to the gods in hopes of receiving favor and good fortune for the coming year. These promises often took the form of resolutions, with common vows including promises to pay off debts and return borrowed items. Failure to keep these resolutions was believed to anger the gods, leading to unfavorable outcomes in the year ahead. The Babylonians understood the power of accountability and consequences, two elements that continue to play a significant role in our modern understanding of resolutions. As we fast forward through the annals of history, we find ourselves in ancient Rome, where the concept of New Year's resolutions evolved further. The Romans celebrated the New Year in March, a time when the calendar was recalibrated to align with the changing seasons. This period, known as the Julian calendar, saw the celebration of Janus, the two-faced god who looked simultaneously into the past and the future. Janus became a symbol of transition and reflection, and Romans believed that making promises to him would bring them good fortune. This is where the term January originates, named after the god Janus. During this time, Romans would make resolutions to improve their behavior, repair relationships, and lead more virtuous lives. While the methods and motivations of these ancient civilizations differed from our contemporary approach to resolutions, the core idea remained the same. The start of a new year provided an opportunity for self-improvement and personal growth. The belief that a fresh start could lead to a better life has been a constant throughout the ages. As we continue our historical journey, we find ourselves in the midst of the Renaissance and Enlightenment periods. During this time, the concept of New Year's resolutions experienced a resurgence, aligning with the intellectual and philosophical pursuits of the era. The Renaissance was characterized by a revival of interest in the arts, literature, and learning. Prominent figures such as Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Copernicus emerged, pushing the boundaries of human knowledge and creativity. It was in this context that the idea of setting goals and resolutions regained prominence. Leonardo da Vinci, a quintessential Renaissance figure, is known for his meticulous journals in which he recorded his resolutions and aspirations. Among his resolutions were commitments to deepen his understanding of anatomy, explore new artistic techniques, and expand his knowledge of engineering. Da Vinci's resolutions reflected his insatiable curiosity and the belief in continuous self-improvement, a mindset that has become a hallmark of resolution making. The Enlightenment period, which followed the Renaissance, emphasized reason, science, and individual rights. Philosophers like Immanuel Kant and Jean-Jacques Rousseau championed the idea that individuals could shape their destinies through rational decision-making and self-improvement. This philosophy influenced the way people viewed resolutions, framing them as a means to pursue personal happiness and moral growth. During this time, resolutions expanded beyond personal development to encompass broader social and political objectives. Enlightenment thinkers encouraged individuals to make resolutions not only for their own benefit, but also for the betterment of society. This shift in perspective laid the groundwork for resolutions that aimed to address social injustices and promote the common good. As we move forward in time, we find ourselves in the Victorian era, a period characterized by strict moral codes and societal expectations. The Victorians placed great emphasis on self-discipline, self-improvement, and the cultivation of character. One of the most influential figures of this era was Benjamin Franklin, an American polymath who embodied the Victorian ideals of self-improvement and industriousness. Franklin is perhaps best known for his 13 virtues, a set of principles he developed to guide his moral and ethical conduct. These virtues included qualities like temperance, order, and humility, and Franklin diligently tracked his progress in adhering to them. Franklin's approach to self-improvement was methodical and disciplined, setting a precedent for how many would approach their own resolutions in the years to come. He believed in the power of small, incremental changes and the importance of holding oneself accountable. During the Victorian era, New Year's resolutions took on a more formal and structured character. People began to write down their resolutions in journals and diaries, just as Benjamin Franklin had done. This practice of recording resolutions helped individuals track their progress, reflect on their successes and failures, and refine their goals over time. As we step into the 20th century and beyond, we witness the evolution of New Year's resolutions into the form we recognize today. The 20th century brought about significant changes in society, including the rise of consumer culture, the spread of mass media, and the proliferation of self-help literature. These societal shifts influenced the way people approached resolutions. New Year's resolutions began to encompass a wide range of goals, including health and fitness, career advancement, and personal development. Magazines, newspapers, and later, the internet provided a platform for people to share their resolutions and seek advice on how to achieve them. One of the most enduring modern resolutions is the commitment to physical fitness and a healthier lifestyle. The turn of the 20th century saw the emergence of fitness gurus like Charles Atlas and Jack LaLanne, who encouraged people to make exercise and nutrition a part of their resolutions. The New Year, New You mindset became increasingly popular, with individuals pledging to shed pounds, quit smoking, and adopt healthier habits as they rang in the new year. The self-help industry also played a significant role in shaping the modern approach to resolutions. Books like Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People and Stephen R. Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People offered readers practical advice on personal development and goal setting. These books, along with countless others, became essential guides for those looking to turn their resolutions into reality. It's important to acknowledge that while resolutions have a rich history, they are not always easy to keep. Many of us have experienced the frustration of setting ambitious goals only to abandon them within a few weeks or months. To increase the likelihood of achieving your resolutions, consider the following tips. Be specific. Instead of vague resolutions like lose weight or get in shape, define your goals with precision. For example, lose 10 pounds by the end of the year or run a 5K race in under 30 minutes. Break it down. Divide your resolutions into smaller, manageable steps. This approach makes your goals less daunting and helps you track your progress more effectively. Set a timeline. Assign deadlines to your resolutions to create a sense of urgency and accountability. Having a specific time frame can motivate you to take action. Write it down. Document your resolutions in a journal or on a digital platform. The act of writing them down makes them more concrete and reminds you of your commitment. Share your goals. Tell friends or family members about your resolutions. Sharing your aspirations with others can create a support system and hold you accountable. Track your progress. Regularly assess your progress and make adjustments as needed. Celebrate your successes and don't be discouraged by setbacks. Stay flexible. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances may change. Be open to adapting your resolutions if necessary while staying true to your overarching goals. Our journey through the evolution of New Year's resolutions has revealed a rich history of human aspiration and determination. From the Babylonians' vows to the gods to Benjamin Franklin's 13 virtues, and from the Victorian era's emphasis on character to the modern pursuit of health and happiness, resolutions have adapted and thrived across centuries and cultures. In the words of the Roman philosopher Seneca, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. With each new year, each new resolution, we embark on a fresh chapter in the ongoing story of our lives. A story of aspiration, determination, and the endless pursuit of better tomorrows. As we step into the future, let us continue to evolve, adapt, and write the next chapter of our own history of resolutions. If you like this video, like and subscribe for more.